Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Talk Shop Live, the Vita One edition, right? So as you know who I am Miss Salita, whatever way you want to call it. And I am so happy to be back here on the Midweek Motivation. All right. So first of all, I want to thank Talk Shop Live for this opportunity because I don't think I thank them all the time, but for this opportunity. And I also want to tell you guys a little bit about my schedule, how often I come on here. Okay, so I come on here Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays is mid month, midweek motivation. And on Sundays, I come on as the Sunday reset. We talk fashion tips, we talk my infamous wrap dresses. As you can see, I'm wearing one of them. I wore this one the last time I was on here. Okay, we're going to talk more about those later. And we talk, if you look in our shop, you'll see all the things that we have available right at this very moment. The dresses and the vintage swimwear, you have to pre-order it, okay? And you'll see the ones that say pre-order on it, okay? Um, we'll talk about that later. That's going to probably be the last part of the show that we talk about. So I come on Sundays. I come on at 6 o'clock. On Wednesdays, I come on, as you see, at 7 o'clock. Okay. And like I said, we definitely talk about all kinds of things on here when it deals with fashion, when it deals with makeup. We're going to get into the wigs later on down the line because I know people love wigs like I do. If you only see my supplies, okay, call them supplies of wigs. We're talking today, we're going to get into, we talk about a journal prompts. Again, if you want to purchase a journal from me, which is a digital journal in PDF form, you can find them on our other website, which is You Can't Clip My Wings. That is our other website that you can actually find the journals on. If you go under shop rituals, you will see them in there. There's several of them. Now, I also have a coloring. I think I have two coloring books on there. Something to kind of get you in the mood when you want that relaxation. So I also have coloring books over there also. Okay, those are all digital downloads. Okay, if you want to download them in that sense, you can purchase them and download them there. Hello, Miss Letitia, Miss Dixon. That's my girl right there. So you can go over and You Can't Clip My Wings and purchase one of those. Now, like I said, I come on here Mondays and excuse me, Wednesdays and Sundays. Okay, and we talk about skincare rituals. We talk about, like I said, fashion. Right now it's fall, so we're gonna be talking about tonight. We'll talk about fall makeup for darker toned skins and stuff like that. We'll be talking a little bit about everything, and we'll be promoting because that's what I do over here. I promote my products, right? Um, we're going to talk a little bit about the skincare. We're going to go over some of the things we've already talked about with the skincare. We went over it before. We're going to keep bringing it up because I definitely want to be able to make sure that my products match what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, Believe it or not, I actually have makeup on today, right? But under my makeup, guess what's on? I have my hyaluronic acid facial cream. Yeah, you probably can't tell, but I definitely always make sure I put it on. Okay. Now, now that we talked a little bit about what we actually talk about on the show tonight, it's not going to be any different other than me bringing you guys some more journal prompts, talking about the affirmations, which again I'm going to bring that at the end. Right now, I want to open up the show with talking about different things that we can definitely get a hold to, and that can be very inexpensive. I told you guys I think I showed you guys my little container, makeup container thing with the mirror, okay, with the mirror on it. And here, let me put it right here. Here's all my makeup in here, okay. This is all my makeup in here. I have everything that I use on my face. Matter of fact, my husband had an appointment, I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. Um, Instead of putting on, we were in a hurry because I was running late. Um, since we run late, I just, because everything is always on it, it's always sitting at the end of my table, and I took it with me. I have my mirror, and I have everything in here. My makeup down at the bottom, because I have to sit it at the bottom, so everything can fit in here. I got my makeup in here. I got all the things that I need in here. My eyeshadow brushes. The only thing I don't have in here is, let me show you what I use for eyeshadows real quick. And then we're going to talk makeup, fall makeup. Okay, so these are my eyeshadows. I love these little books because they're easier to carry with you. Now, this one right here I found at Marshall's. Okay, if you guys have a Marshall's, I found this one at Marshall's. These right here are actually ordered on Amazon. They're small and compact. I used to have a whole bunch of makeup, but I kind of got rid of a lot of it, you know, with the eyeshadows. These are all my purples because I love the color purple. So, and I can't always carry these with me. So I usually carry this one with me because it fits down in my box. So I carry this one with me. Okay. And my brushes and everything down is inside here. My all of my lips, you know, I showed you guys all the lipsticks I have because I'm like, okay, which one I want to use. My blush is down in here. Everything I need to take with me to fix my face when I want to fix it is definitely down in here. And also you have to keep in mind, you have to make sure that everything fits nicely in here, because if you don't, the top is not going to fit on it. And I just grabbed it and took it with me. And easy as pie, not hard at all. Okay. So, yeah, I try to stay as organized as I can. Being a woman sometimes um, can have you all over the place, unorganized, right? So that is my carrying case I take with me. It's not, I mean, it can fit anywhere, and I can sit it anywhere in the car. So definitely not a problem. Okay, so let's talk makeup today, because that's something I definitely wanted to get with you guys about. Um, what are the colors we use for fall? Because remember we said we're in the fall season. We're going to talk a little bit about the palettes, the colors. I want to also give you a tip for mature women, the colors that we normally wear. Seasoned women, that's what I should call ours, seasoned women. Some of the colors that we wear before I get into the makeup. So the colors, popular colors for mature women is black, navy, dark gray, emerald green, dusty rose, lavender, burgundy. Um, let's see. Yeah, those are the colors that we usually wear, are popular with us. Let me say the colors again: black, navy, dark gray, emerald green, dusty rose, lavender, and burgundy. And as you know, I love the color burgundy. Um, and I don't have a lot of it in my wardrobe, and I should. Now that I know all this stuff that I didn't pay attention to, because I'm like this, I buy whatever I think I look good in, majority of the time. And I don't really think color, but now I know it's important that I think color on top of that, because sometimes all colors don't match us, but that's all right, because it don't have to, because it's our style. Remember that. Okay, if it's your style, it doesn't matter what the colors are. But those are the most popular colors according to what popular demand, I guess. But those are the colors that I found out were popular colors for mature women. So let's talk about fall makeup. So when you talk about fall makeup for dark skin people, you have like your bold dark lips and shades, like deep reds, the burgundies. Burgundy keeps coming up, right? Purples. For your eyes, you have the smoky eyes and earthy tones or jewel tones and glowing, dewy skin achieved with good moisturizer and a lightweight foundation. Again, making sure that moisturizer is doing what it's doing. It says this season also features a soft goth look. Wow, that's different. Shimmery eyeshadows and vampy lips, alongside trims like cloud blush and bolder brows. So bigger brows. Now, let me tell y'all something. Hello, teal and blue. Yep, yep. Love that. Yep. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you look at any pictures of me, you will not see no perfect eyebrows. Because I'm telling you, if it's something I cannot do, with all the things, I'm gonna show you some of the things that I have for my eyebrows. You guys, I do not know how to do my eyebrows at my age. So let me show you some of the things that I use, contraptions and whatever you want to call them, for my eyebrows, because I always have an issue with my eyebrows. Why? I don't. And one of them have a natural arch in it. It's weird. One has like a dent in it, and then the other one, I don't know. So let me tell you, I found this off of, I think I got this off the TikTok shop. Okay, these are supposed to be the different shaped eyebrows, and what you do is you put it against your face, and then you're supposed to use your pen, your pencil, right? This is just one contraption. Like you put this around your head, right? Okay, this is a contraption. I call it a contraption. Now, let me show you another way that I do my eyebrows, which, well, I don't know if I do them or not. I don't know what you call it. Let me see if it's in here. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. I think it's down in here. Oh, and I know everybody is familiar with these little things. See how I've had these forever, right? And you guys, I will tell you, I do know I use these things. And I guess I have to be patient with myself, okay? And actually sit down and play with it a little bit, but I don't. So I do not know how to do my eyelashes. Okay, I'm just telling you. I don't. I'm admit it. I'm being authentic. I'm telling you. Now, putting on eyelashes is not a big deal for me because I can do that. You know, that's not a big deal. Um, but these doggone eyebrows, man, they are torture. I cannot do it. And so I kind of play it off, just hoping nobody ever says, "Oh my God, who does her eyebrows?" No, I do not know who does. I mean, come on, I'm admitting it. I'm admitting my weak spot, and eyebrows are the weak spot for me. Okay. Um, and no, I'm not spending a whole bunch of money on them. I'm not doing it. Not to say I'm not worth it, but I'm not doing it. Okay. So So let's talk about skin and complexion at the same time. We're talking about blush and all that, okay? So focus on moisturizing for an ashy look to appear less pronounced. Apply lightweight second skin foundation that matches your skin tone perfectly, and a cream blush for a natural flush. Now, I'm not too hot with cream blushes. I don't know about you guys. Um, I love powder blushes because I love the way it smooths out on the skin. So I will not use cream blush. I think for me, cream blushes kind of make it look oily, you know. So I don't think I'm a big fan of cream blushes at all. But that's me. That doesn't mean that's for anybody else, okay? Because my probably perception or my way of doing makeup and how I deal with makeup is probably totally different from anybody else's. And I've seen a lot of people do makeup, and it's kind of different for me. Um, I don't like makeup that makes me look real oily. And let me say something about a makeup for a long time that I wore. I wore Fashion Fair for a very long time back in the day. And I love Fashion Fair makeup. But for some reason, if you had very, okay, let's just, I used to shave mine off and draw them back, but not just, yes, exactly. That's what, yeah, exactly. Yes. I used to do that too, just shave them all the way off and then put them in the way I want to. But I don't do that anymore. Now I might thin them out a little bit, but as you get older, I'm gonna tell you something. As you get older, when your hair starts to thin, because your hair does thin, so does your eyebrows. And so will your eyelashes. Your eyelashes will get very thin to the point where they're real, real short. And they have like, they even got medication now that you can use to make your eyelashes grow. Because there's parts of you getting older and things start to disappear. So eventually, maybe I won't have my eyebrows anymore. I don't know. But I do know that is one of the things that happens as we as women get older. We start losing not only the hair on our heads, we also start losing the hair, our eyebrows and our eyelashes. Yes. Um, Fashion Fair makeup always seemed to make my skin oily and shiny. And I don't, I think like if you wear makeup, like right now, I'm gonna tell you what's happening. Let me tell you what happens with the hyaluronic acid, hyaluronic acid. Um, what it does, it will bring out the shine in your skin. It will definitely shine. And sometimes, to me, I love what it does, but it also sometimes makes me. I'll sweat with it on too. It kind of brings out, does what it's supposed to do, bring out that oil, that moisture, in your skin. So I don't like looking shiny. If I start looking shiny, I'm gonna always pat myself down. But what I found out with Fashion Fair makeup when I was wearing it, it was like I'm always patting myself down. And then not only that, it gets all over your clothes. So I had to figure out, okay, what do I need to move to when it comes to makeup? Especially like I said, wearing Fashion Fair for so long. And if anybody knows, whoever knew, actually know what Fashion Fair makeup was very oily. If you didn't know which one to pick, maybe I didn't know the type of uh, makeup to fix, cosmetics to pick up. But I used to get my suggestions from actually the Fashion Fair counter, and it would always make my skin so oily. Okay, and then I'd had to stop wearing it, and then I start wearing um, Avon. And then I think when I start selling Mary Kay, I start wearing a lot of Mary Kay products, which their products were very limited. So I had to find myself going back to the counter, over the counter makeups, because at the time Mary Kay didn't have a lot when it came to. They have a lot more now, because actually I have some of Mary Kay's makeup foundation and stuff from a friend of mine, and yeah, it fits in now, but it didn't back then when I was selling it. It didn't fit in at all. The only thing they had, I don't know if you guys remember, but the only thing they used to have for us was that fuchsia lipstick. That was the only thing that fit us, was the fuchsia lipstick. That's all Mary Kay had for us at the time. Anything else, the blushes, none of the, unless you were, now, if you were of a light skinned toned person, you would, they had makeup for you. But dark skinned people, no, they did not have makeup for us at all if you were dark skinned. So I'm glad that I had that experience. Um, but it wasn't useful for me. I could sell it to everybody else, but it wasn't useful for me. I mean, I can't, I'm selling a product that I can't wear myself. Didn't make any sense. Um, and didn't benefit me, especially if I have a lot of dark skinned friends. The only thing I could sell them was their perfumes, their skincare, and the lipstick, because at the time, fuchsia lipstick was the only thing they had for us. Yeah. Okay. It says when it comes to blush, I don't know what cloud blush is. I don't know. I've never heard of that. Anybody know what that is? I don't know. which involves more diffused and soft application of brush. I guess the way you put it on, I guess. Bronzers. I know now, bronzers is not something that I picked up on to use, but every now and then I'll use like a gold tone bronzer, not to like a soft bronzer, not something like real loud that'll, pop out all your face. Some people can do that. I don't. Um, uh, but every now and then I might put a little bronzer on, but it's not something I always wear. It's basically telling you to use a neutral bronzer to add warmth to your forehead, okay, your temples and your cheekbones. Okay, so like something my niece showed me and I didn't know to do until, and she's dark skinned like me. She used like a gold bronzer on top of her blush, and when I seen her with it, it made her face like really sit out. I was like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. So every now and then, not all the time, you can use your gold eyeshadow also. Eyeshadow can be used also as a blush. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can. You can use an eyeshadow as a blush if it's the right color, if whatever you want to do with it. But it definitely can be used dual, used as eyeshadow, and it can also be used as blush. So she kind of dusted it on the top part of her cheeks, and I was like, oh my God, that is so gorgeous. It made her whole look so different. Really made it look glamorous, right? So I thought that was cute, but you can also get a bronzer in that color too, just gold, right? And it looks great on dark skinned people. I'm just saying. When it comes to brows, like we were just talking about, fuller, bolder brows are trending. But I just think I look funny with big eyebrows. I guess you have to get used to it. I don't know. But I don't know if I can do it. I guess I'm going to have to try it and then take pictures of me with it and see how it works. Because I just, it's just hard for me. And I see a lot of young women who are able to do it and make it look so good. But I don't know. But if I talk vintage and I talk about the 40s and the 30s and the 50s, most of the time those women had those big, thick brows. So it's not something unusual. I mean, it's not a new trend or anything because it's always been there. I just don't, I'm going to have to try it once. I just got to try it. I'm not going to talk about it no more. I'm just going to have to try it. Okay. So when we talk smoky eyes, we're talking create a smoky eye with deep earthy tones, right? Like chocolate brown, or create a statement with jewel tones like emerald green, deep blue, or rich burgundy. Using those colors would look real nice. I guess maybe we have to do that. Maybe we have to show that one day. And then they talk about metallic liners, okay? Um, like if you want to pop or make that color kind of shine, use a liner that's metallic. And I don't even own no metallic. I don't. Maybe I need to add that. And then a soft shimmer, you can opt for a softer look or a like a demi matte, like it's half matte and then half powder. That kind of flattened look, you know what that is. Um, but you have to be careful not to get like a real pale. Like I'm dark skinned, right? So I have to be careful with the skin tone makeups I pick up because some of the makeups look like they're dark skinned. Let me tell you, and it's irritating for me. It irritates me because they look like they're dark skinned for dark skinned women, but when you put it on, it's light. Now, this is an older one. So this right here looks like it's a dark skinned makeup, right? This is a powder, right? But when I put it on, it looks light. And sometimes it makes you look like real pale, pale, pale. Like, wait a minute, I can't wear that. Like this one also. See, if you look at that, that looks like it's real dark skinned, right? Like it's for dark skinned people, right? And this is liquid makeup. And you guys, let me tell you out sometimes with this type of makeup, and I don't wear it that much. That's why it's in here, is because it's liquid. And to me, sometimes liquid makeup is oily, has a lot of oil in it. So I don't really like to wear a lot of liquid makeup. And when I say that, these are my liquid makeups. This is Collab by, okay, so what this does is it comes out liquid, right? But it turns matte. So I'm all right with this one. I think, yeah, this one's the same thing. This is the Fit Me 375. This is the color I use with this one. And this is by Maybelline, right? Yeah, this is Maybelline. Okay. Um, and then I have Elf here. And they all look real dark in the containers, right? And then I start wearing Black Opal. I don't know if you know that makeup line, but it's called Black Opal. You might do. And now this doesn't do the matte, so this will turn oily on me, and it'll make me shine if I wear this. But what I don't do is, if I'm going to wear this as a foundation, I'm going to put a powder on top. I'm not going to wear it by itself. Now, this right here is my Mary Kay. See, that's my Mary Kay. And this is, let me do this. This is the color that they now have, they didn't have back in the day. I'm telling you, this color was not a color they had back in the day at all. Oh, it won't come up. Let me see here. I'm trying to get it to shake. Let's see if it comes up. Okay, so this right here is the color, right? This is, it'll fit me just right. But again, if I'm going to put one of these on, even though these are matte, I'm going to add some powder. I'm definitely going to add powder to it. And again, this is the other Fit Me, and this is a 375. Yeah. So these are two 375. But I don't wear my liquid makeup as much. I really don't. I don't use them as much as I do my matted makeup. And I think we talked about this before. Now, you guys, remember I showed you those stamps, right? Hello. Hi, do you design the clothes? Yes, I'm that person. Yes. So you guys, remember I said hello and welcome to Talk Shop Live with me. Remember I told you guys that I have those eyebrow stamps? Well, this belongs with it. So I told you I have issues with doing stuff. I'll buy the little contraptions and the little gadgets, but putting them on, oh my God, it is crazy. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Oh, and this is the liquid medium coverage foundation from Mary Kay. That's how old it is. See, that's the color that is. Okay, that's how I don't wear it that often, but I have it just in case. So, and like I said, you guys, this is all for whatever fits you. This is just me. Everybody's makeup tips and makeup way they do things is totally different from me. Okay. And also remember now, when you do after you take off your makeup, it's good to do the cleanser, right? It's good to do the hydrating cleanser, and then also put your facial moisturizer on in the evening time after you come back from whatever you've been, wherever you've been, if it's been work or whatever. You can definitely take off your makeup and then do your cleanser, and then do your facial cream before you go to bed. Okay, so keep that in mind. So when we talk about lips, now I have a soft red on. It kind of comes out as orange. It's supposed to be a red. Is this it? Yeah. Well, actually, this is called raspberry. So this is the color I have on my lips right now. And I have nice size lips. I'll just say that. I'm not going to call my lips big, but they're nice size lips. So And then too, also with me with lip color, I'm very weary about certain lip colors I use because it can change the way your lips look. And so I'll go bold. I'll go black. I got gray. Okay. I got those dark colors. I got burgundy. Let me see my burgundy. Like I think I wore this one before. This is a burgundy color. Okay. And it's a matte color too. Um, I'll go like this. It's kind of like a pinkish, a dark pink. And I even go a light pink. And I line it sometimes with a darker color. Because like I said, when you have um, like large lips like I got, all colors don't always go good on your lips. I'm saying that from my personal experience. Um, and so, like these are different reds. This is like almost like a lip gloss, like red that you can put on by itself because you can wear it by itself. And I notice now chapstick even has lip glosses and stuff like that to help with your lips if you're like in the cold and all that. You can still look cute. And but I'm not really a big lip gloss person. I'm more of a lipstick. As you get older, things change. And some people just don't wear it at all. But I sometimes I won't wear it if I'm around the house. I won't wear it. Maybe even sometimes if I go to the store, I don't always wear makeup or go out in public. But it's good to have something on your lips, regardless. Okay. Um, and they have different scrubs that you can use on your lips to keep them, moisturized, so they won't be dry and chapped. And that's not only because you're using chapstick, but also the way we're supposed to take care of our lips. We take care of everything else, so why not take care of your lips, right? Um, they were saying on here like because this fall you have like moody colors like deep reds, blue undertones. Didn't know that. Okay. Burgundies, purples, and berry hues. These are great for making statements. So if you want to make statements, my black, I love my black. I love my black lipstick. Blurred lips, I don't. Okay, that's more playful trend in the blurred or just kiss lips, where the edges are softened, creating a less precise, diffused look. Also, I know what's the in thing too is to have your dark colors here, and then the light color here, and then another color on top. I've seen that. I've tried to wear that. It looks all right. It's cute, um, but it hasn't been something I've worn all the time. I've worn it every now and then. Then you can go for a glossy finish, right? A touch of gloss over bold lips can provide a modern, juicy finish on your lips. Like I said, put lip gloss on top of your lips, of the colors that you already have on there. Excuse me. So I thought that was some good information that we can share on here. Um, and I guess um, like I said about like the liquid look we get, the um, the shiny look I was telling about earlier. Well, now matte is in. Matte was in back in the day. So it's like some of the stuff that we see, the trends, the fashion trends, they're just repeating themselves. History repeating itself. It's out there. Back then it was cute. Now it's back out again and it's cute again. And so a lot of this stuff, like if you don't know anything about vintage, if you don't know about history of makeup and fashion and stuff from back in the day, then it's kind of hard for you to say that, oh, well, y'all did that already. Yeah, a lot of things we did already. And so it's fascinating and new. It's a nuance for everybody now. But if you're younger than us, I mean, yeah, it would be. But if you're older or in our same age range, then okay, that style was out back in the day, right? And it's now more like people might just want to enhance your makeup, by adding something different. And again, makeup really is just a form of art on your face. Really, that's all it is. It's a form of art on your face. Whatever makes you look good to you, that's really what these trends are good and fancy, and they're good to be out there. But what you desire to put on your face, what you desire to look good in, is on you, not nobody else. Okay, if it makes you look good, that's what matters. Okay, and that's all that matters. Okay, enough about makeup. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, I want to talk a little bit about um, our pricing on our items in the different deals we have going on right now. Okay, so if you choose, and we're going to talk about all the items that I have. If you choose to buy or purchase or pre-order two of the dresses, okay, say you decide to buy two of the dresses, we're taking 15% of you purchasing two of those dresses. So that's a whopping 15% off. Okay. Now, if you decide to purchase, you want a swimwear and a dress, we're taking 5% off. Okay. Right? If you decide to purchase two swimwear pieces, okay, we're taking 5% off of that too. So you got 15, 5, and 5. And then the last one, if you decide to buy the bundle, which is the skincare bundle, you also get 5% off of that too. So I wanted to share that with you, to get that out to you. And I actually did a flyer. If you go on Fat and Fabulous, I think it's on Fat and Fabulous Facebook page, that flyer is up. So we're doing 15, 5, 5, and 5. It's really adds 15. So altogether, that's about 30% of discounts that you're getting right off the bat. I mean, can't beat that, right? Can't beat that. So I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. Now, let's see what else we were talking about. So we're talking about the palettes, the color palettes again, for the fall, because we're still talking fall, right? Let's get those colors out. And again, we already talked about it. We talked about the earth tone colors. We talked about the burgundies. We talked about, and you know what I added? I'm gonna tell you what I added on here. I added tans, because I think we kind of sometimes, like I said, what you wear is what you wear. Now, we know the colors I have on now are spring or summer colors. That's this bold green and this bold yellow, right? So this is what I choose to make. Doesn't mean that you have to wear this dress this winter. You can wear this dress anytime. That's why I said confidence is seasonless. It doesn't belong in a season. So these colors, as you can see, the color she has on pink and that gold. You see the burgundy and like a cream or a yellow color on this dress. Let me see if I can put it over here. See? All right. And then we have the blue and we have the gold on this dress. Can you see that? There you go. So with these dresses not having any particular season that they can fall into, you can wear that. Matter of fact, there's a black wrap dress with a yellow design, a black design and yellow backing on it in the wrap dresses. There is another wrap dress, I think. I can't remember. Oh, I have a gold and black wrap dress also. And then there's another color. I'm trying to figure out what the other one looks like. I can't remember what the other one looks like. But I also have 3 other types of designs with the wrap dresses. So I don't look at wrap dresses as being part of the fall season. I see them being able to be worn anywhere at any time. They don't have a particular color scheme, okay? Because I want you guys to figure out what looks good on you. So it doesn't matter what color it is. And I promise you this, if you go somewhere with those designs on, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Let me tell you, and I think I told some people Sunday night, I went to go do a photo shoot in my dresses. Okay, so I took out shoes, hats, and everything. I was going to do the whole thing, right? And I had the dresses hanging, these 4 dresses hanging up on my trunk, right? I hadn't started getting dressed. And I was listening to people behind me that was in the park, because I was in the park in the big parking lot. And I kept hearing them say, "Oh, those are gorgeous, those are pretty." And I knew they weren't talking about me, they were talking about the dresses. So hearing them say that, I know that I did a heck of a job on designing these dresses. All right. Um, Also, speaking of the dresses, when it comes to the sizes, my sizes go all the way from, I think, extra small all up to 5X large. So you can look in there. This and these are all 3X's because I like to have room. When I was smaller, I could wear tight stuff, but I don't do that as much anymore. And if I wear something tight, if it's something I really like, I'm definitely going to cover. I'm definitely going to put on like a jacket or something, and something long enough to go below my probably right at my knees. Majority of my coverlets and stuff like that, my sweaters and stuff, I make sure I purchase them long because um, I'm kind of self conscious, So sometimes I wear stuff I might wear something tight, but I will always have something over it. I will not just kind of boldly come out tight. Some people can do it. I can't do it right yet. And I think I'll be like that for a minute, just for a minute. When I get all the weight off where I want it, then I'll be able to be bold enough. Depends on what it is that I'm choosing to wear that day. So yeah, so I'll always wear something cover me. I usually wear something, but you know what? One day I had this young lady told me, a, a mother of a friend of mine. She used to like get on me because I did that. And she said, "Why do you do that?" She said, "Just wear what you are and who you are. Why are you trying to hide everything?" And I was like, I never thought about that. But I still battle with it sometimes. I just do. I told you I'm being raw and real and authentic on here. I don't need to be anything else because I'm not that small girl I used to be back in the day. I'm not in the gym all the time. And I don't do all those things I used to do. Not to say I can't do them because I definitely need to health wise, but I don't do that. So I'm trying slowly but surely to battle that. And a lot of women do. People think a lot of us want to be overweight all the time. And that's not true to all of us, not all of us. Some people, it doesn't bother them. But some of us, especially us who know better and who have been in the point where they used to be small. See, I used to be small. So it's an ongoing battle for me. And I know I will never be my 27, 20, 21, 22. I know that already. Okay. I get that. I'm not trying to get back to that. But I would love to be at a weight where I'm comfortable. But then again, with my mindset, am I ever comfortable? Will I ever be at the weight that I'm comfortable in? See, that's the kind of stuff that goes in my head. Will I be complaining when I do get there? Oh my God, I got to do this and I don't want to do this. Or am I going to be satisfied? Because you always got to figure out what's going to make you satisfied when it comes to yourself. So don't ever think that all women, are always comfortable feeling like um, that they're not good enough or they're too big. All of us, and not, let me take that back because all of us don't feel that way. But there is a mixture of us who feel that way. And then guess what we do? Lots of us have eating disorders. And the eating disorders come from depression, stress, our mental capacity, our mental wellness, health, wellness, all of that. How our mental health is what I want to say. Has a lot to do with us trying to find balance and not being satisfied in how we look now. Okay. Um, and a lot of times we have to put up a defense mechanism to deal with people who find us, like some people say, appalling. We find you so appalling, you know. And how can you sit there and be, people have said some real cruel things to people who are overweight. And I know that. Okay. Um, and they attack people who are overweight. And it's not fair. Everybody should be able to look the way they look. And they have to figure out what's going to work for them. And I can say that because probably at some time I was one of those people. Okay. I probably was one of those people who said some very nasty things about overweight people. I could be that same person. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh my God, I'm perfect, because that would be a lie. And shoot, I might be I was probably battling my weight at the time when I was being mean to somebody else, you know, because I'm never going to come off and pretend like I never said anything bad about anybody. That's crazy. You're not human if you didn't. You might have forgotten, but you probably did somewhere. If you didn't say it out loud, you said it in your head. Okay. So don't get the impression when you see me on here doing all these things I do, I am just like, I don't want to say I'm just like anybody else, because that would not be true, because there are parts of me that are not like everybody else. Um, but overall, I'm a human. We're supposed to be. I'm a magic human. But I'm just saying that I just want you to understand that when I say what I'm saying, I'm not trying to make everybody else feel bad and like, oh, she's this perfect person. No, I'm far from it. Oh gosh, I'm far from it. You need to hear me on my other podcasts. Okay. Letitia knows. Letitia, you know what, Miss Dixon? Beat my tail when you see me. I know your name is not no Letitia. Your name is Latasha. And I don't know why I keep saying that. Somebody named Letitia is out there. I just know it. I can hear it. I know it, because that's why I keep calling her that. But her name is actually Latasha. And her name is Miss Dixon, is what I usually like to call her. And Miss King, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you. I'm not. I know you're there. I love it. Okay. Um, but don't even get the impression that I think she's all that. No, I'm not. I'm like everybody else to a certain extent. I just talk more probably than most people do. But yeah, so getting back to this. So we were talking about palettes. You see how quickly I can get off the subject? It doesn't take long because I got so much stuff in my head. Okay. I got so much stuff in my head that I'm covering. And I'm trying to like write it down. Yeah, it's easy to say write stuff down. Sometimes you forget what you need to write down, right? Um, so we're talking color palettes. Okay, so some of the color palettes we were talking about um, was the earthy. Remember, we talked about the earthy warm tones. Mustard is another color that you can add in there. I forgot about mustard. That's right. Mustard, you have yellows. Okay, well, that's the yellows in here. Um, but you know what? The green, it wouldn't be this green. It would be more of an army green, because army green is like one of those greens that you would kind of put that in your earth tone colors, right? Like the browns, the tans, and the greens. Those would be more of your earth tone colors. So this bright yellow, okay, with that army green, definitely. I might design that. That might be a good design. Would be also good for this. And like we said, we talked about the burgundies. So those would be the palettes for fall. And that's why I said I didn't want to take this design and take it there, because I didn't want it just to be in fall. I wanted this to be, this represents seasonless, just like I like our swimwear to represent seasonless, confidence, and doesn't have a season it falls into, right? It's not summer, winter, spring. It's seasonless. It can be worn anytime. And this is one of the things about the wrap dress I love. It's timeless. You can wear it at any time. If you're a person who likes to wear dresses, because some people love pants, you know, some people love, skirts. Some people obsessed with skirts. They wear a whole bunch of skirts. Okay. I find this dress so easy. Look, so this dress right here, this one right here, I wore Sunday, right? Um, I got something on it. You guys, I threw it in the washing machine, dried it, and it came out the same way. No problem at all. No problem at all. Everything came out just like it was supposed to. So I know I can throw it in the washer if something was to happen to it, dry it, and just put it on. Don't even hang it up. You don't even have to hang up, just put it back on. That's what I did. And that's what I love, the convenience of it. And that's why I think it's such a valuable um, piece of garment that you need in your closet. Something you can pop on, put some heels with it. Okay. Some heels with it. Okay. Some heels like this with it. Oh, I didn't. Okay. That. Or if you like your toe out, some heels in it. And all my shoes are black today. Put some heels in it. And go on about your business. Okay? And because the dresses are long, because these wrap dresses are long, I would put a heel with it. Or you can wear a flat if you want to, but because these, now, like I told you guys before, and I think I mentioned this model, this mannequin is 5'9". I'm 5'6", and it hits my ankles just like it hits hers. It's at the top of her feet. So if you just imagine the length of it, okay, of that dress. And the reason why it's on her like this, because it's not her size, it's my size. And she's smaller than me. So it's not like I just threw it on her, but that's because she's smaller than me. One day I'll get like that. No, I don't want to be like that. No, never. But anyway, so these are just the samples. They're my samples because I made them in my size. If you pre-order them and go ahead, and if you still want the swimwear, if you look on there, there's swimwear on there. Actually, she has a swimwear set. Let me do it without making her fall, because I made her fall the last time. She has a swimwear set up under here that's almost similar to it, right? It's almost got the same color. It's the 3-piece. I can take it off. That's the 3-piece, because she has the panties under the bottom. I mean, the bottoms under there. So she could wear that on a date, and they could be walking on the beach, right? And she can flip it open, and she's already ready to go. So it's easy to wear. It's easy to get out of. Think about it like that too. You don't have to pull it over your head. You ain't got to take off all the slips and things. Just tail the tie and swoop, and everything will fall out for you. Depends on what you put up under it. But if she goes somewhere, she's ready. All she needs is her towel. And then the dress will dry fast, so she can lay it out. If just so happens she gets some of the beach water on it. Look, I'm putting you there. I'm putting you there in the dress, okay? Just imagine. Just imagine. And then if you purchase the swimsuit and the dress, that's 5% off. So you're not paying the whole price for it. You're getting 5% off of both of them. And remember, you guys, these are bundles, okay? When I say bundles, These will come with affirmations, okay? And it will come with also the Start Healthy magazine. And I always not have my magazine in front of me when I need it. I'm going to have to start laying it on the table. So it comes with the Start Healthy magazine, which has recipes in it, which has so much good stuff in it, talking about health, self-care tips, where to go shopping. It has a whole bunch of different variety of things that it talks about in the magazine. So that comes free. It's complimentary with whatever you choose to buy. If you buy the swimwear, if you buy the dress, those things come with it. And I really, really would like for you guys to be able to order prior to the holiday time, because this is it right here. If you start going ahead and getting your orders out now, you would have whatever you need by the holidays. Okay, I say estimate. Let me see. I ordered 4 of these dresses. I ordered them after they. So I ordered them. I got them in about 10 to 15 days. And I order them when people order them. When I say order them, when the person who actually puts them together, um, it takes more than that. Actually, it takes longer the more I order. So I like to order in smaller batches because it won't take as long. So it's best to if you go ahead and get your order in, I'll go ahead and get it out to you. I mean, I'll get it out to them so they can go ahead and have it made and sent back, and you guys will get your dresses that quick. And I would love for you guys to do it prior to after October 31st. It's probably going to be longer because guess what? A lot of holidays are happening, and our holidays are not all everybody else's holidays too. Keep that in mind. That's something we really have to think about. Their holidays are not our holidays, the ones who actually do the designing. I mean, actually sew them together, because I don't do the sewing together. I just do the designs. Okay. Um, so, um, the next thing I want to talk about real quick is we talked about the makeup. We talked about what's the fall colors. We talked about all of that. Um, so now I want to talk about our journal prompts. You know, we went through a lot of journal. We're on our 20. Let me see, 4, 1, 2, 3. We're on our 4th set of journal prompts, right? So, and then I want to also talk about our affirmation. Ooh, it's getting close. Okay. Timing's very good. Then we're going to talk. I'm going to tell about the affirmation, and then I think we're going to go ahead and close out the show. Um, and I hope you guys got a lot out of this. Let me know if it's anything that I'm not saying that you need me to say, or any questions you have for me. Um, and I know people probably thinking this, and I shouldn't say what people are thinking. That's not fair for me to say that. Let me say, I think if we would take time out and really, really think about what we want. I'm not asking anybody to order from me just because I'm asking you to order from me. I don't want you to get that impression. I want you to order from me because the products that I'm selling to you or offering you, it's just like a service. You'll benefit from it. This is about confidence. This is about empowering. This is about being bold. This is about being loud. This is about you. What in my wardrobe makes me me? What shows me, or how am I expressing myself through my fashion sense, my wardrobe choices? How how am I choosing things? And always remember, and I said this before, your wardrobe tells stories. When you pick out a certain thing, it has a story to it, right? Out of your wardrobe. That's what I'm selling. I'm selling you your story by the things you choose to buy or purchase. That's what I do. I sell you your story. And I do understand that what I might be selling might not be your cup of tea directly. But I'm quite sure there's somebody out there that would like what I'm selling. And I'm quite sure that you know how to spread the word, right? And tell me what you like and don't like. Tell me what you would like to see and what would be a reason you would purchase something from me. I would love the feedback on that. I would love to hear the feedback. What would you like to see me design? And I can tell you whether or not I can design it. We talked, matter of fact, on my Substack, I just did one. Matter of fact, it's coming up Friday. So it will be Fashion Week Friday is my Substack post, right? And I talked this last Friday, I talked about the bomber jacket, which we actually have bomber jackets. They're not, the design on this jacket is not the same. It's more of a lot of flowers on it, but it can be designed whatever way I want it to be designed. You see what I'm saying? If it's a particular color you want to see on it, I can put that color on there. So do you understand what I'm saying? If I have something that you think that I can design and you want to see certain things on it, definitely let me know. We know that some places now, when we talk about jackets, um, there are some pillow. I think I have the pillow jackets, the puff jackets. They're in the vest. I can design them anyway. Matter of fact, I'll probably at the end of this month be putting them up in the shop, so you can check those out. Um, but I can put on those whatever you want. They're the ski jackets. I'm saying uh, they're the ski vests, you know, and they have them in jackets too. If you want me to design those, I can definitely design. Matter of fact, designed a couple of them, and I definitely need to put them up in the shop. Um, so if you want them, I can definitely put them out, and then you tell me what colors you want. I'm here to help you tell your story. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you tell your story. What would you like to see? And it's kind of hard for us here in the South because we still have warm weather. So it really is kind of hard for us to sell winter stuff, which they already have in most of the stores now. Um, it's hard to sell winter stuff in a place where there's no winter at this moment, right? Now, I am going to definitely be pushing and promoting those jackets all the way into March. You know why? Because lots of times in certain places it don't start getting warm until March. Literally. Sometimes I remember growing up in New York and we were still wearing sweaters in July. So when y'all were enjoying 100 and some degrees and 90 degrees and 80 degrees, we were still trying to just like get through with 60s and maybe late 50s degrees, like maybe 55, 56. We were actually still wearing sweaters in the winter, well, in the summertime. So I will definitely be pushing these jackets once I get them out there for a minute, because guess what? It's cold. It's still cold in certain places. So I am not just putting all my pieces into one little spot. This is why the swimwear is so important. The swimwear is important because you go anywhere. You can go on a ski trip to Colorado. See what I'm saying? So you have your ski gear on. You can wear, if you want to wear your bathing suit. I mean, your swimwear. You can wear that, right? So that's the reason why I push these pieces like I'm doing, because I know they can be worn anywhere. And I keep trying to tell you guys, confidence is seasonless. It doesn't belong in any particular season, right? Now, if you want to see some warm up stuff, some jogging stuff, I can look into seeing if I can design some of those and bring them out. It's whatever you want. And let me tell you something, you guys. Um, this type of business, um, selling clothes, it is not easy. Doing this is not easy. And when you have something that you're promoting and putting out there, and you have in your mind, and this is how you want to push this to the people, or you want to promote it, you want to promote it in the way that they'll be comfortable, okay, and confident. And I do want you to understand, this is about your story. This is about you. Everything that you choose is about you. It's not about me. I am more of the publisher. Okay? That's what I am. I am the publisher. I publish your story after you choose to tell it and to show it when it comes to my clothing line. That's what I want to promote to you guys. That's what I want you guys to keep in mind. It's not about me making a dollar bill or anything. It's nothing like that. It's about being able to be a publisher of your wardrobe, being that person that you find something that you like, you're comfortable with, it looks great on you, and it's your story. Why did I pick that blouse? I picked that blouse because I did this, because at the time I was going to wear it to a job that I wanted. So what happened when you wore that blouse? Well, first thing the interviewer said to me was they loved my blouse. You know what I'm saying? So I know I picked that blouse. It was right on time. That's the story I can put behind that blouse. And then not only did you wear that blouse to an interview, you added it with a pair of nice leather pants. And then you wore it to dinner. And the waitress walked by, or the waitress that was serving you said, "Oh my God, that blouse is beautiful." That's your story. You can tell about a particular piece of your wardrobe. How did it make you feel? And then 3 or 4 days later, you get a call and say they offering you the job. That's a story to tell about a blouse you bought. You get what I'm saying? Each piece you pick up, or each piece you purchase or you order, it has a story to it. It's not always about the colors and all that. It's about, what does it mean to you? What does that blouse actually mean to you? What does that pair of pants truly mean to you? And if you had to put a story to it, will you be able to? I say that because, let me say this, because I'm prior military, as you guys know. And I have a section of my clothes that are very much so camouflaged. When I used to, in my activist days, when I used to want to voice the warrior in me or the battle cry in me, I would pick one of my camouflage outfits. Why? It represented my discipline. It represented my tenacity. It represented the warrior or the soldier in me and everything that goes with that. I even have camouflage earrings. And when I put that on, I felt like I'm about to go to war. That's the story I can tell you about when I wear my camouflage. I have jumpsuits that are camouflage. I have all, and these are not jumpsuits that you wear hunting or anything. These are, nice outfits I can put with a pair of heels or whatever. I got skirts that are camouflage. And that's the story I attach to all my camouflage pieces. I literally made that when I usually wear those pieces, those are when I'm going to do a particular thing. So, believe it or not, they all have stories behind them. When some of my graphic t-shirts, they have stories behind them because I chose them for a reason. And that's what I'm trying to instill in you guys when you order my pieces. I want them to be the story you tell. I want it to be your story. And it's an individual piece. And it's going to be you. And it's nothing, to me, is nothing more emboldening and powerful to have something that it's yours. It shows you all over. It's you. And we can do that. We can make that happen. And it's nothing to me. It's complimental and say, oh, yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. I can smile about it. It's me. hmm And be proud of it. Right? That's what we want to be at. So, this is the reason why I'm doing this. I want you to be able to be empowered by your wardrobe. I want you to be empowered by the things that you choose to wear. And I want to be that person to publish it for you. Yeah. Okay. So let's go over our affirmations. Our journal prompts. And again, I told you where you can find the journals, right? If you want a digital download PDF journal, you can go to You Can't Clip My Wings. I need to also put that in the what's the name. You Can't Clip My Wings to definitely order one of our digital download journals. Okay. Also on there, some coloring books also. So if you go on there and you go under the shop ritual page, that's where you will find the journals. Okay, so we're going to these journal prompts is going to be talking about mindset changing. How do we change our mindsets, right? So the first one is, what is one thing I can't let go of to feel more at peace? Okay, that's number one. It'll be easy if I just go ahead and put it in there, right? What is the one thing I can let go of to feel more at peace? 2 is, how can I turn a recent setback into a learning experience? How can I turn a recent setback into a learning experience? Or you guys, if you already have your own journal, I'm not pushing that you purchase one from me. You could, but if you already have a journal, you can just add these to your journal. That's all. What positive qualities do I admire in others? And how can I cultivate those in myself? Okay, number 4 is, what would I do if I weren't afraid of failing? That's a good one. And the last one is number 5. We do 5 a show. How can I celebrate my small wins? Yeah, wins and progress. Good. Good ones. Good ones. Good ones. Good ones. Okay. And so those are our 5 journal prompts that you can use. And let's say those again. What is one thing I can let go of to feel more at peace? Number 2 is, how can I turn a recent setback into a learning experience? 3 is, what positive qualities do I admire in others and how can I cultivate those in myself? Number 4 is, what would I do if I weren't afraid of failing? And number 5 is, how can I celebrate my small wins and progress? Those are your 5 prompts, journal prompts for the day. And our affirmation is going to be taught. These affirmations comes from becoming her again, being yourself again. Okay, and it says here, I am not behind. I am on a sacred timeline designed just for me. So let me say that one again. I am not behind. I am on a sacred timeline designed just for me. So that would be your affirmation. When you're trying to get back into yourself, when you've been through a long bout of depression or you've been dealing with stress and things haven't been looking the way that they need to look for you. So you take your time and definitely look at how everything are going on, how everything is falling in your life. When I say falling into place in your life, and go from there. Everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves a downtime. Everybody deserves a time to start over. You're never too late to start over. You're never too late to do anything. Okay? There's too many success stories out there that people have lost everything and they built themselves back up. And remember this, that mindset can do it. You have to change your mindset. How you used to do things and how you see things have to change, because if you keep seeing things and perceiving things the same way they used to be, you're never going to move forward. You've got to change that mindset. And let me tell you something, and I have to catch myself also, um, with um, some of the things that we talk about and the word phrases that we use. And I'm going to give you 5 of them that are called stuck words, okay? I'm going to give you 5 of them. Stuck phrases. I don't want to say words. Phrases that we use on a daily basis, okay? The first one is I'll try. We say I'll try. I don't know if I can do, but I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try. That is a stuck phrase. The next one is I always mess this up. I always mess this up. That's just how I am. And I know I probably have said that on here. That makes it sound like you don't want change and you're not going to change. That's how I am. I don't care what nobody say. That's how I am. Especially if it's something negative, right? It's hard for me to. It's hard for me to say certain things. It's a stuck phrase. The last stuck phrase is, I don't know how to. Not that I want to learn how to. I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Well, what if somebody showed you? I don't know. Those are stuck phrases. And those are negative. Very negative. So whenever you think you're going to say that, just think about that doggone Salita told me I can't use that. And you might even hear me do it because it's something that has to be learned. It's a learned way of speaking. It's a learned way of not speaking anymore. Okay? So that's something we have to look at. Um, um, we have to definitely um, change that. Okay? We definitely have to um, change how we speak. Our words are very powerful. Okay? Our words are very powerful. And I think me talking like I just talked should tell you our words are very powerful. So I am about to let you guys go. I was thinking, I'm kind of tickled right now about something, but I guess I just better go ahead and get myself together and do it. All right. So if you guys want to see the other side of me, you can check me out on my podcast, in the Can We Be Frank show, which comes on Facebook in a few minutes. I went over my time over here. I needed to get a lot out, and I wanted to do that. I'm going to be going over to our podcast, which is called Can We Be Frank Show on Universal Collective Network, um, on Facebook. Both that's on Facebook. So if you want to come over there and check us out over there, we talk very raw over there. We talk over there about issues, social, local news, local government stuff. We talk about all that over there. So if you want to come over there, you can come over there too. So I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. I want to thank Julia. I want to thank Miss Dixon. I want to thank Miss King and each and every one of you guys who came over here and listened. I want to thank everybody on my Fat and Fabulous page, UCN, and my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. You guys have a great day. And don't forget, we'll be back Sunday at 6 p.m. And then we'll be digging into our skincare. We're going to get more into our skincare, talk about ingredients and all that. Okay. So I will see you guys on Sunday at 6 p.m. on Sunday Reset. Okay. Bye-bye, you guys.